Hey folks, just wanted to share this with you. This is my mini Retropie arcade build. I'll go through the parts and I'll show you it working. So we've got the Retropie 2 and that's just bolted straight onto a 5-inch touchscreen. I've removed the touch element of it because it really alters the picture quality and it looks much cleaner without it. Plus it's touch, so I'm not going to really use it in Retropie. I've got a wireless 2.4 gigs keyboard mouse receiver. Just under there is a little Wi-Fi 802.11n, and then this is for the USB SNES gamepad. This is my eBay El Cheapo USB battery bank, claiming a massive 50,000 milliamp hours of power. If I get a tenth of that, I'll be amazed. But it does have 2 ports, which is quite handy, and a mini USB port for charging. I've got the DC booster, which because this is El Cheapo, it gets me about 4.9 volts on load off the USB power port. So this thing I'm able to turn it up just a bit, and I've got it on about 5.2 volts on my meter, which it's my meter's probably out of calibration, to be fair. But that then allows me to drive the Retropie, and I don't get the little rainbow of undervoltage appear on the screen. So from that, this is as I say, this is a touch screen. It's attached via HDMI, so it's just a little linkage. I did put a post to this on Reddit recently on the Retropie forum, and then the problem was with sound. So I hadn't got any sound coming out of this, nothing at all. So because it's on the HDMI, and I tried the jack output in the past and it was awful. The sound quality was really bad, so I was going to give up on that and just put an HDMI screen like a TV and then break it out from there. But I fiddled around with the settings, and what I found is if you put it on mixer, you can adjust the volume way up, and that means the hiss to noise is much less. Now, in addition to turning up the volume, I've put a jack cable to a dual gang pot, which is just wired as though it was a stereo line adjuster, and then to this tiny little 3-watt stereo amplifier, and wishing it would focus. There we go. So you just put your sound in 5 volts and take your speaker out, and you're good to go. It's a tiny little thing. It doesn't even get warm when I'm using it at full volume. And that's fed out to these two 4-ohm 3-watt speakers. So the whole thing's set up, ready to go. We'll give it a test. I'll just power up the box. There we go. The Retropie. You get the little. You will see the little rainbow square in the corner, just briefly. There it was. Try and film this without putting shade. Covered in fingerprints, obviously. So it's quite quick to boot on a decent SD card. It's a SD XC 64 gig I'm using. I tried some smaller cards, but they were quite slow. So I'll just scroll through to Mega Drive, and that's Sonic the Hedgehog. And then you still get a little bit of hiss with the analog side of things, but you'll hear that it's quite clear and certainly loud enough. So if I just there, so don't know if you heard the background hiss there a little bit. It's loud in the Retropie menu, actually. It's really odd because they don't need sound in it. So I'm wondering if there's a way to turn that off. But as you can see, it's playing. It's a completely standalone system. It's battery powered. Can be essentially mains powered if you plug the USB charge into the charge port on there. But yeah, it's going together nicely. Next challenge really is going to be a case. Now I may 3D print this, but more than likely I will get it laser cut and folded together, so I can have a case that stands upright and gives me a screen that I can look at, but is angled, so it's not bolt upright. But yeah, there we go. Enjoy. If you've got any questions, stick them in the comments. I'll try and answer them as best I can.